brother or sister, y'all come in and tune in, check in, man. What you got going, John?
If you're from the Augusta area, lock in, man. Those Augusta, Edgefield, Aiken, all the surrounding areas, you know what I'm saying, the surrounding area. ISUPK under Commanding Junior Hunter, we coming to you and coming to you direct. Waking up black, expecting native Indians to who they are according to the Bible, archaeology, and history, man. Click this link below. Comment on our Facebook, subscribe to our Facebook. Comment on our YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube as well, man. We're coming to you live and direct, all the current events, Monday through Friday, man. Preaching Officer Shaw, preaching Officer Parker. Nice, no cap. No cap.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga.
You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this door, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zoc, watch the door. Matter of fact, lock the door. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Shaw. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harper. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking notes. Call them up like shut the day. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoe. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole part. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fart. They ain't locked in with the count and when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. You can't do with them steps. Them niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they create that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole part. Yeah, know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. And I just made it call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
All race of people have spread homosexuality all throughout the earth, and now my kids have to watch TV and see two women sleeping together. You want to
Seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pot. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, said I'm on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man, and I watched him die. Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. The room is pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't tripping on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team. The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings all feel. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. At the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. Hey, yeah, if you want to use it so you can. Yeah. You might want to turn it down a little bit, okay?
Yes.
We ain't on there. Oh, it's off?
No, it's out. No, because it's on this. Look.
That's it. That's it. I ain't got my baby.
Test. Live.
Oh, God. Okay, sounds good, sir. It's good.
What's our price? Clap it up. What's our price? Trumpets. One of the high holy days, or one of the memorials, I should say, that the Lord instructed us to follow. You understand? Every one of these convocations that we have are very important. You understand? Because these were times where the Lord delivered us out of the hand of our enemies. You understand? And has spared us. You understand? And had us together in the name of love, and in the name of brotherhood and sisterhood. And so these memorials are very significant. You understand? These holy days are very significant. You understand? These are for our remembrance. We want to get into it starting in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. We're going to read. Then we're going to show you the importance and the spirit behind the trumpets. Why we in ancient times use the trumpets. You understand? What was the point of the blowing of the trumpets? All right. Before we go there, can anybody tell me what the word convocation means? Anybody know what the word convocation means? Sister right here. Give her a hand. Convocation is a gathering. This is what we do. That's why whenever we have our holy days, we all come together. In the spirit of brother and sister, we have a feast, and we have a lesson, a teaching of the history behind or the memorial, the remembrance of these particular practices. These are our traditions. You know what I'm saying? Christmas is not our tradition. That is the white man's tradition. Halloween, all of the other holidays that you can think of, those are traditions of the heathens. These are our traditions. And so we gather together in the name of that. They gather and get together in the name of Thanksgiving, Ramadan, all of that. We gather together in the name of the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. You understand? Go ahead and get okay, you got it. Well, if you had a biblical definition, that's what I'll bring out too. But she's absolutely right. If you had it in this will give you some more text and some more understanding.
Use an expression holy convocation, but it is sometimes used alone. A convocation was a religious festival during which no work could be done.
Right. So this, what she said is more along the lines of the definition of it, as far as us gathering together. Let's go to Leviticus 23rd chapter.
Leviticus 23. The King James Version of the Bible. And the Lord speak to the children of Israel and said to them concerning the feast of the Lord, which you shall proclaim to be holy convocation, even these are my feasts.
And let's set something straight. The Lord only spoke to Moses, all right? Because he only spoke to the children of Israel. No other nation has he spoken to. So you hear these Christians out here with their big loud mouths and not understanding the Mormon Bible. They don't have any idea of what they are. You understand? They don't know. It wasn't given to them to understand. This is not for them. The Lord had specifically dealt with and spoken to give instruction. In today's time, the man in Johanna is the man that speaks to us. You understand? He teaches us what the Lord said. You understand? When Yahweh was still on this earth before he left, he was the man that was in charge. You understand? Right now, Commander General is in charge, Commander General Yohanan is in charge, and whatever message the Lord has for us, it will come through Commander General Yohanan. You understand? Yeah. So right now it's saying that Moses spake saying, you read, I'm sorry.
Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest, right. A holy convocation. You shall do no work therein.
So right now we're going into the first holy convocation, which you know is the Sabbath, right? That is from Friday, sundown to Saturday, sundown, correct? You understand? And then on that day, what do we do? Do we eat cold food? What are we doing on the Sabbath? Y'all gonna put some food in the market, or y'all gonna turn on the stove or no? You gonna light a fire or not? Light the fire, right? We're gonna cook hot food, right? But we're not simple dumb Christians. You understand? On that day, the Sabbath is for you, for your day of rest. You understand? That is the day where you can get things that you need done. You understand? As opposed to having to labor throughout the week. Get this one day where the Lord allows you to go and do whatever it is. Go kick it and do whatever you got to do. You understand? This is a day where you're not going to open up that business, because then that would mean that somebody has to work. You understand? And that is not a day where the Lord wants you to work. You know, that your servants to be free that day. You understand? So keep going.
It is the Sabbath of the Most High in all your dwellings.
Mm-hmm. In all of our dwellings, wherever we at, this applies everywhere. Don't let no fake Israelite trick you out of understanding this, because they'll try to tell you that, oh, well, we're not in Jerusalem. We not in Israel today. You are to follow this wherever you are and whatever dwelling you are in. You understand? Read.
Verse 4. These are the feasts of the Most High, even holy convocations, when ye shall proclaim in their seasons.
In their seasons, when this day come around, we shall proclaim it. We should come together and we shall hold this tradition strong. We're going to burn these incense. You understand? We're going to read out these scriptures, and we're going to remember the days, that the significance behind them, and we're going to eat good food, and we're going to love each other. You understand? Just like the Lord wants us to. All right? Keep going.
In the 14th day of the first month at the Lord is the Lord's Passover.
All right.
And on the 15th day, it's the same month, is the Feast of Unleavened Bread unto the Lord.
So now it goes into, we're not going to go deep into those holidays, but you got the Passover. All right? That's the day where we remember when the Lord delivered us out of the hard-hardened heart of the Pharaoh of Egypt, where he wanted to destroy us, he wanted to kill us instead of just letting us serve our God. You understand? And the Lord did a number on Egypt in the name of you Black Hispanics today. You understand? The Lord spared you and spared your soul when that tyrant wanted to destroy us off the earth. You understand? So that's one of those days you want to always keep in remembrance. It's one of those days we will always follow in tradition. Right? Then it talks about the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Okay? Because we were also given instruction to eat our bread a certain way while we were fleeing out of the land of Egypt. Right? So we follow these traditions because it's commanded. All right? You know?
Verse 7. And in the first day ye should have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
There you go. All right? No servile work, meaning what again? Meaning, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Not working for anybody else.
There you go. No, we're not opening up businesses and all that. I don't want you to give me that scripture where Christ talks about, where he talks about um if the horse or the donkey falls in the ditch. You know what I'm talking about? Any one of my officers, any officer can find that. Go ahead, sis.
On the Sabbath day and so on and so forth. Can you truly have a
If you could have said it just a little bit more.
can you truly have a feast day without cooking?
There you go. Give her a hand. That's the whole point. How can you have a feast day if you can't cook nothing? I'm not about to sit here and eat some cold lamb chop. Let me tell you that. I want my lamb nice and hot. And don't nobody cook them lamb chops better than Jill Muhammad from what I heard. You understand? So that's listen, if you want to eat cold bologna sandwiches, then you have that. But in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we're gonna eat some good hot food. And it's gonna be cooked on the Sabbath day. You understand? You gotta hear it. Not that for you. You understand? So, these are the days that the Lord gave us, man. And there's nothing tedious or hard to understand. You understand about what we expected to do. You understand? The Lord, like even Christ clarified what the Sabbath was for. And that's what we're here to do, is to give you clarification of what your tradition is about. You know what I'm saying? And it's important to know, because if you don't have the understanding of what our King have for it, or what the Most High, what his laws mean, got it? Then you'll start doing things the way that the heathens or the way that the fake Israelites do. There are fake Israelites out there who don't understand the scriptures, and on the Day of Atonement, and Lord be with them, but on the Day of Atonement, there's going to be some child that is going to get sick because they're not going to let that child eat on the Day of Atonement, and which is complete stupidness. You understand? If you're an Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, you understand that we deal with wisdom. You understand that we're not going to let no child starve. Go ahead, sis. Or elderly people, or anybody with any kind of ailments. You understand? If you're diabetic, we can go down the list. We're not going to let you miss a meal if you have to have it. You got to have it. Got that for me now?
Luke 14:3. And Jesus, Yahushua, and answered, spake unto the Lords and the Pharisees, is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath day? And they held their peace, and he took them, and healed them, and let him go, and answered them, and saying, which of you shall have an ass or an ox fall into a pit, and will not straightway pull him out on the Sabbath day?
Because the Pharisees thought that they could trip Yahushua, but Yahushua was just too wise. And he understood the laws. And and the thing about how evil they are, they knew the laws as well. But they were always trying to find a way to get for Yahushua to say something that they didn't feel. You know what I'm saying? But he always put it in a perspective, in a way that could be understood. So you telling me on the Sabbath day your horse falls in the ditch, you're just gonna let your horse die? Because of the labor that it takes to get them out of the ditch? That's not what Moses was talking about. You understand? That's like let's even put it like this. If I go outside, we outside and Kazak falls in the ditch over there. So I'm just gonna sit there and watch the brother just sit in the ditch because it's a Sabbath day. I can't get him out the ditch because of the labor that's involved with it. That's not the labor that the Lord was talking about. The labor that the Lord was talking about was shutting down that business so that your servants or those who work for you, your employees, to have that day off to serve the Lord. That's the point of it. You understand?
It says, and they could not answer him again to these things. They couldn't answer.
Yeah, right. They couldn't.
Verse 23:8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High 7 days. until the seventh day in the holy convocation, you shall do no servile work therein.
Yeah, how you gonna offer that? How you gonna offer that fire? What's it say again?
But ye shall offer an offering made by fire.
How you gonna offer offer made by fire if you can't even light a fire on the Sabbath? But let's just make it make sense. All right, go ahead.
An offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days, and the seventh day in the holy convocation you shall do no servile work therein. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come to the land which I give you, and ye shall reap all the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of the harvest unto the priest.
And then this goes into our another one of our holy days, which is the feast of first fruits. Right? Keep going.
Verse 11, and ye shall wave the sheaf before the Lord, and be accepted for you. On tomorrow, after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. And ye shall offer that day when ye shall wave the sheep and the lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Lord. Verse 13, and the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deal of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made with fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the full part of the hin.
You know, every time we get to that scripture, you know, and just a little bit off topic, it always just remind me of how black the Bible really is. Because when you get to verse 12, and it talks about, not verse 12, I'm sorry, when you get to verse 13, and it talks about the meat offering and 2/10 deal of fine flour mingled with oil. I don't know nobody else, you know, I mean, we put them ingredients together other than black people and natives and Hispanics. Go ahead, sis. That sound like fried bread, fried chicken, anything fried fish. You understand? That's a, yeah, this is a black man's book.
That's right.
You understand? This is black people's book. That's how we put it. You understand? Keep going now.
And ye shall wave the sheep before the Lord and be accepted for you. On the morrow, after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. Verse 12. Ye shall offer that day, you wave the sheep offering, and the sheep and a lamb without blemish, the first year of the burnt offering unto the Lord. Verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deal of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor. And the drink,
No, let's go straight. We got it.
drink made by fire to the Lord, a sweet savor. And the drink offering, therefore, ye shall be of wine and a full part of it. And ye shall, verse 14, and ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn nor green ears until the selfsame day that he have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a salute, a statute forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings.
This shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, all your dwellings. So not just everywhere that you are, but every generation that come out, your sons, your daughters, their sons, their daughters, their sons, their daughters, and continue on. You understand? You are going to obey this. This is what the Lord wants you to obey. This is going to be a tradition, a statute inside of in your nation. You understand? Forever. That's what the Lord intended on. All right, read on.
Verse 15, and ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheep of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Even unto tomorrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meal offering unto the Lord.
You have some of our feast days in which you have long periods where you Sabbaths in between. And you have some of them that starts off with a veil and then ends with a veil. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see some of our feast days that's just like, all right? You got to say something.
No, I think that's the beginning of the Passover when you have unleavened bread and 50 days after that.
Correct, that's correct. Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, you go ahead and read.
Verse 17, you shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2/10 deals, that they should be of fine flour. They shall be breaking into leaven. They are the first fruits of the Lord. And verse 18, and ye shall offer the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meal offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Lord. Verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, 2 lambs of the first year for the sacrifice of the peace offering. Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with fire, wave them with the bread of the first fruits of the wave offering before the Lord, with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy for the Lord for the priest. Verse 21, and ye shall proclaim on the self-same day that it may be a holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. Verse 22, and when ye shall reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest, neither shall thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them for the poor and the stranger. I am the Lord your God.
Verse 22 is such a heavy scripture.
Right.
All of it is heavy, but verse 22, every time we get to this scripture, it reminds me of how embedded brotherhood is into everything that we do.
Right.
Everything that we do. Wow. It is so embedded into everything we do that it's even in the Lord's law. When you go back to 22, it says, and when you reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field. Right. When thou reapest. Now, imagine you have a few acres of land, right? You've got corn growing all over the place, right? And then when it's time for you to go and reap that corn, the Lord is instructing that you don't get all of the corn, that you don't get all of that off to the edge. Why? Because there are some poor brother, some poor sister who, by law, is going to be able to walk past here and grab them some corn freely. And you got to let it happen. And you should, because these are your brothers and sisters. You understand? And so, and that's why the Lord is so great in how he deals with Israel, man. It's teaching us how to love each other. Because in today's time, we have been taught to hate each other so much. You understand that now it's like even more important now because of how evil and how wicked the world has gotten that we come together. I mean, even to the point, we get into some topics, even to the point like, who's familiar with the Charlie Kirk situation? I'm sorry, sis, go ahead. Right.
And if you do that, what you'll find is along the outer that's going to be your best friend.
Give her a hand.
To get the best, to get the son, to try to keep it by anything, that's going to be the best friend.
Give her a hand. That's absolutely right. You about to say something too? Oh. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Like, that's the best point right there. And sister would know, of course, her sister is a Gadite, you know, and they understand that very well. You understand? Oh, you got to? Yeah, go ahead, for sure.
Like that on that scripture, when we read verse 22, and when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt make a clean riddance. Thou shalt not make a clean riddance of the corners and of the field when thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of the harvest. Thou shalt leave them for the poor and the stranger. I am the Lord thy God. But you know what Esau, in the scripture here, where he was such a thief,
Let's hear it.
he won't leave. I can read that sermon. Obadiah. Obadiah. It says, if the thieves came to thee in robbers by night, how art they cut off? Why would thou have not stolen till they had enough? If the great gather come to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Right, because Esau wouldn't leave a crumb, wouldn't even do anything. That's why you struggle so hard in society today, because of the greed of Esau. So this is not by coincidence. So this is part of our curse, but also the fact that Esau is the devil in Christ. So you understand, he doesn't want you to have the things that you need to survive. You understand? But it's in the spirit of us as Israelites, in the spirit of us as Israelites, to be kind to one another and to be able to give to one another, be charitable to one another. You understand? Okay, go ahead.
And verse 23, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speaking to the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th day, in the 1st day of the month, ye shall have a Sabbath, a memorial blowing of trumpets.
And now we get into where we are at today. Go ahead.
A memorial blowing of trumpets, a holy convocation.
You understand?
Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
You understand? So now we're getting into the meat and the bread of what we're dealing with today. So who can tell me what was the significance of the blowing of the trumpets? Anybody can do. Well, I want my officers to stand down. And everybody else, students, young students, sisters, anybody else, I want y'all to answer that. What was the importance or what was the significance of the trumpets being blown in ancient time? Go ahead, sis. Give her a hand. Because the whole point, and let's get it a little bit further, the whole point was to do what? So if I'm warning you that there is some danger to come, right, then what am I trying to get us to do? To prepare, but what else? Just good answers. Go ahead, sis. Huh? Fight back is a good answer. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry, study English.
In order for you to know how to move forward, you did have to. Some protocol and
Get in closer. Go ahead, sis in the back. I saw you in it.
like to come together.
Give her a hand. When you hear that trumpet go off, yeah, it could be clear and present danger. It could be anything. When you hear that trumpet go off, it is because it is time for us to gather. Go ahead, sis.
Like if they do that now, they blow sirens, tornadoes, and thunderstorms.
Give her a hand. That is so true. Because when you hear that go off, what are you doing? You're looking for some refuge because you know there's something going on. But when we do it in Israel, that is to let us know that there's something important happening. We gotta, we gotta come together. All right? Yeah, let's get that scripture.
Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together. Gather together, O nation, not desire.
We are a nation, not desire, right? This is the Lord saying, gather ourselves together because we're a nation under desire. How are we a nation under desire? Give me some examples of why we're not desired as a nation. Raise your hand. Give me an example of our lifestyle. What do you mean by that? That's a good answer, but that's not exactly what I'm looking for. Think of something else, all right? Right. Monogamy. That's how you know That's one reason why you know that we are a nation undesired. Because we learned that particular practice, which is not our practice. Anything else? Anybody else? But it's just say that again.
Or language was changed.
Our language was changed. That's a good answer. That's how you know we're a nation undesired. One reason why you know we're a nation undesired because we were forced to speak another language, to get rid of our own language and our culture, and to take upon another nation's language. Anybody else? Go ahead, sister. 5 words. I hear all the sisters. Come on, brothers. Any examples? Another side? Young man over here. All right. No sweat. If any officers can participate at this point as well. Go ahead, Natsa. Hell yeah. Yeah. And how can you not be undesirable if somebody's trying to kick you out? You obviously we're undesirable. The Mexicans are undesirable. Go ahead. Yeah. That's a big one. Give her a hand. Mass incarceration. That's one way to know you're undesirable. But go ahead. Absolutely. Absolutely. Give her a hand. Slavery. Absolutely. First speaker. Go ahead. Tell me about it. Abortion. You couldn't be more hated in this place. And the scripture says a nation gathered together, nation undesired, because you are the people that are facing all of those things. Like nobody is being destroyed or oppressed more than you, Black, Hispanic, Native Indian man or woman. You are going through the abortions. You make up the large percentage of abortions. You understand in this place. You make up the mass incarceration. Go look up the statistics and see how many Black and Hispanics in prison. Go ahead, Al.
Not only are they actively trying to keep everybody fired, police are trying to prison. But while they going so hard on Charlie Kirk, even though he's dead and gone, they say $200,000 for the gun and kill Trayvon.
Like that, and that is just like disgusting. Like absolutely disgusting. Go ahead, Susan. Yeah, because every single last law has been created to rape, rob, and murder us. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's a heavy point you brought out, Dr. John, on the Charlie Kirk situation, because even all the way down to the psychological point of it, they're trying to make us feel guilty for racist. And this is a man who spent his career bashing Black people and talking evil to Black people. And we have to hush our mouths and be quiet and not say anything or not feel a certain way because this man died. You understand? Go ahead, sis.
Be honest with you, that doesn't feel any different from when they would pick your back and say you pick you up.
That's the truth, sis. Absolutely give her a hand. We'll be back to tell you feel nothing about it. We are a nation undesired, and that's what the scriptures tell us. You today are gathering here today, and you are the undesired. You are the undesired and being gathered right here today in Simpsonville, South Carolina. You understand?
Like I say, sir, that another word for not desired is not love. People don't have love for us. This is a way of knowing that we are the nation that came on those slave ships. This is a signification that no one else is getting tortured and beat like we are. You got a whole nation that's aimed at making us not love or not desire. That's a whole lot about what this.
That's absolutely right, man. Like they have a perpetual hatred for us. ongoing hatred for us, and one that never ends. And so every day that you wake up, you're going to be hated by them. But that's why it's very important that we go to war with our demons, and we go to war with, with this society. Not saying that we got to go out there and do what they do, but we go, yeah, you can get that. Well, let's finish up that. And then we can get to that one for sure. Well, the last scripture.
Leviticus.
No.
Gather together.
Yeah, let's finish that one.
Gather yourselves together, O nation not to Zion,
Uh-huh.
before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Mm-hmm. That was it?
No. Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
You understand? Like we have to gather ourselves together. We have to come together, and this is in the spirit of it. Like all of our high holy days that we have, the memorial, the trumpets, is us coming together in the name of the Most High. All right? Now you can
Oh, gotcha.
This scripture is just basically solidify what we said about the hatred that our enemy has against us. Because this is something we would rather us not be doing right now. Like we're not supposed to gather. We're supposed to be offending each other. We're supposed to be murdering each other, raping each other, robbing each other. I'm supposed to be selling drugs right now. You understand? We should be doing all kinds of evil things to each other because that's what our enemies have created us to do in this society. But because y'all have decided that you wanted to serve the Most High, we don't do those things to each other. Got that?
Because thou had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
That's just the truth of what he's done.
By the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity.
In the time of our calamity, in the time of our destruction.
In the time that their iniquity had an end.
Yeah. And right now we're at this stage where they're going to, and listen, the closer we get to the Most High, the more the hatred is going to increase. You understand? But don't let that way be. Like pay a lot of attention to what's going on in this place. But follow Commander Juliana. Commander Juliana is our leader for a reason. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. You understand? So let's get back to the business.
Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, ye shall have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
yeah, now let's get into some parts of the Bible where it talks about it. Put up some of the ones we found. I got some for you up here as well. Just go through. We'll go through the scriptures. We'll show you examples of when Gideon and Ehud and other different brothers, Moses, had this did this. So let's get
Judges 7.
You got Judges 7 and 8? Let's get it. Let's hear it.
When Israel was to go to war. This is Judges 7 and 18. It's like, when I blow with the trumpet, I and all that are with me, then blow ye the trumpets also on every side of all the camps, and say, the sword of the Lord and of Gideon.
There you go. Because it was also a signal, you understand, to the other Israelites as well. It was a signal to even our enemies. You understand that we were going to war. All right. Let me get. Oh, go ahead.
And here's one that is a scripture saying, How do we know the children of Israel had the spirit to even blow the trumpet for war?
Right. Go ahead.
Judges 6:34. But the spirit of the Lord came upon Gideon,
Mm-hmm.
and he blew a trumpet, Abiezer, and was gathered after him.
There you go. That word gathered, because that's exactly what the trumpets were for. Right? When you heard those trumpets go off, it was time for Israel to come together. Give me Numbers 10 and 1.
Numbers 10 and 1. Numbers 10 and 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, make thee 2 trumpets of silver,
Mm-hmm.
of a whole piece shalt thou make them,
Mm-hmm.
that thou mayest use them for calling of the assembly,
Mm-hmm.
and for the journeying of the camps. And when they shall blow with them, all the assembly shall assemble themselves to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And if they blow but one trumpet,
Mm-hmm.
then the princes, which are the heads of the thousands of Israel, shall gather themselves unto thee.
So this first trumpet was for them to gather, right? Now go ahead.
To thee. But when ye blow the alarm, verse 5, when ye blow an alarm, then the camps that lie on the east parts shall go forward. Verse 6, when ye blow an alarm the second time,
Mm-hmm.
then the camps lie on the south side shall take their journey. They shall blow an alarm for their journeys. Verse 7, but when the congregation is to be gathered together, ye shall blow, but ye shall not sound an alarm.
Right. Right. So these trumpets, these alarms were signals. And the main alarm was for us to gather. Right? Let's go to Judges 3 and 27.
Judges 3:27, the King James Version of the Bible. And it came to pass, when he was come, that he blew a trumpet in the mountain of Ephraim, and the children of Israel went down with him from the mount, and he before them. Verse 28. And he said unto them, follow after me, for the Lord hath delivered your enemies, the Moabites, into your hand.
This was a time where Israel was at war with Moab. And this brother blew this trumpet. When he blew this trumpet, we all came together and we went to war. You understand? Like that's what this is like, just some examples of what the purpose of us blowing those trumpets, or what the memorial of blowing the trumpets means. There's gonna be some trumpets, bro. This is gonna happen again. You understand? But this time, when these trumpets blow, this is gonna be Yahweh shall return. And when Yahweh shall return, he gonna gather us up. It's like we've done in ancient times. This ain't nothing new. Even King Solomon said there's nothing new under the sun. This is something we've been doing since ancient times. You understand? Yahweh shall is going to come. Those trumpets are going to blow. We are going to gather together. And guess what? We're coming up against our enemy. You understand? Give you another example in the scripture. You got anything you want to give out? Okay, I got Gideon right here. Let's get Judges 6 and 3, chapter 6.
Judges 6 and 3.
Chapter 6, verse 34. Anybody got any statements or any questions, you feel free to raise your hand. 6 and 34. Go ahead.
Much you hate, and you always, our person always attacks our people wrong. She always attacks us. I mean, if you look at all the time, things unalive one by people.
So it could be a policy who everything they say a lot of brothers should. You know what I mean? It's like the more you try to live, the more they'll say, oh, you can go your pants sagging around your waist, you can do your pants up, you can go to college, you need to cut your hair, you know, date white women, wear glasses, go to church.
Right.
You know, all of those things they try to get out brothers to do, and then what the different ones you end up finding hung from a tree and just sit. You know what I'm saying? Or sit down at church and Bible study with Billy Small Group. You understand? And see the thing about it is like the white man is proving to us 500 years he's not in it. He done somehow got himself a lot of people. They just not great faith.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they like mind boggling because people not want to at one time stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And coming to the truth and waking up to how evil they really are. It's like now you see them alone. I'm like everything just makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They so murderous, they kill each other. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Give my hand. I.e. the man that shot Charlie Kirk. You know, you would think it makes sense that, you know, Esau would have the maturity, which doesn't, but to have the maturity to want to crack down on themselves when it comes to that violence. But because of the hatred they have for us, when stuff like that happens, the first thing they do is they want to lock down, you know, they want to come into our neighborhoods and do kind of the things that they're doing. Like right now, you see they mobilizing the National Guard into different cities, and I think Memphis is the next one. And it's disgusting.
Like if I live, you know, South Carolina is on the list. Where they're going to be mobilized the National Guard.
Yeah, see, come on, man. And for what? Like, you know, like I know, this is like deliberate hatred. They just want to come in and oppress you more. This has nothing to do with the crime rate. Because think about it. Who is committing all these a lot majority of these mass crimes? But where, you're right, it's them. But where are they going to move those National Guard? Like, where are they going to put the National Guard? Right in the hood. Right. Let's give it a sister hand. Like little Timmy is over there right now with an AR-15, his dad's AR-15, planning to shoot something up. But they're going to put the National Guard right in your neighborhood. You ain't doing nothing but trying to feed your family and stay alive. Go ahead, sis.
I keep seeing how they keep trying to put those little bit of their military into our community. I was wondering, man, if that would be trying to call themselves, positioning themselves also around us, like they said they want to call themselves fighting house shop and stuff like that.
That's possible. That could be true. Yeah, that could be true. And he's a proud enough bastard to think he has that kind of a, you know, game plan, you know, to fight against the Most High. Go ahead, mm-hmm. Yeah, please.
Where somebody was protesting ICE, he was saying, you know, there's Latinos in heaven. And then the very next thing, you see the ice trucks driving across the clouds.
Oh man.
And they started beeping the rest of them.
Wow.
Oh man. Wait a minute. Start beating up in the rest of the angels. You know who they beating up. By the way. You about to say something else?
look at all about aliens, alien invasion. You know what I mean? So always want to go to earth. And somehow, he's always able to win against a superior race of living beings who got way better technology. And he always able to win. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, it's like Esau. You know, the scriptures say you don't go to war with Christ and the angels. You know what I'm saying? And the reality is that Esau is such a murderous bastard. He don't even have no choice. And he trusts his weapon so much that he thinks that he can actually develop the weapon to stop the house. And what you're going to see, you're going to see him use the weapon against your house, and all of the years of research and development.
Like that's how much of the devil is, because he don't even
Right.
because you would think you would have some fear in not knowing the power of the Most High and his capabilities, but Esau is the type of bastard he wants it. It's just built in him to want to have the Most High, which is like ridiculous. Go ahead.
I apologize. Him saying that, he just made me think of something. And when you look at the movies like he was talking about, them in the Independence Day as his family, how do they supposed to be win?
Say that again.
How do they supposed to be win?
How did they supposedly win? Talking about blowing the mothership up? Right.
Like how they came up.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. She got a point. Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
wondering if they think that they will give the angels some type of disease.
We just show the pride of that bastard, man. Just go ahead.
Now I was gonna say, Esau is so wicked, and he oppressed the poor. I'll read this, and it says, "Let us." This is what Esau says: "Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age." That's wisdom, Solomon 2:10. That's what they do to us, man. And then this, of course, I think in Deuteronomy says, "How he met thee by the way and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not God." You don't fear God.
Because he has no respect for the poor, the faint. He don't have respect for even the children. Like, this is a man who is a bloodthirsty murderer. That's it.
But when we coming out of
You come out of Egypt.
Jerusalem at that point.
I think this is
One of them was.
Which one?
And they, when they were smoking the hind part of it,
Right.
they never stopped doing that because they did that to us when they got us.
Right.
Yeah, right.
They were killing off our men and even the women and the children, the elderly, but they would come right back from behind and take advantage of those, basically the vulnerable section of our people.
Yeah, right. Go ahead. Anybody else have a comment, statement? Yeah, I mean, this is what we're dealing with, and this is why it is high time that we keep the Lord's commandments and that we follow these laws, statutes, commandments, and these solid doctrines. Because again, that trumpet is going to blow again. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be ready, and we gotta be ready to hear and be ready for instruction. Because the Lord is going to pull us out here, believe it or not. We're not going to have to deal with this suffering no more. Our people are going to believe. But it's going to take war for it to happen. But it's not going to be on the way, it's not going to be carnal. You know what I'm saying? We're going to war with ourselves spiritually. We're going to get our people off drugs. You understand? We're going to beat this massive incarceration. We're going to do all of that. You know, we're going to raise up brothers and sisters coming to the truth, but the Lord is going to be the best for us. You understand? But the evilness that he's going to inflict on Esau, the thing he's going to inflict on Esau, is going to be something that is unimaginable. You understand? Okay. Unimaginable. Well, let's see. We already went to Judges 6:34. We'll talk about Gideon.
I don't know if we finished that. But the Spirit of the Lord, Judges 6:34. For the Spirit of the Lord came upon Gideon, and he blew the trumpet of Abiathar, was gathered after him, and he sent. And verse 35, and he sent messengers throughout all Manasseh, and also the gathered after him. And he sent messengers unto Asher, Zebulun, Naphtali, and they came up to meet them.
Just another example of us blowing that trumpet, right? Give me Joel 2:1.
Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Do what again?
Sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Start from the beginning again.
Blow ye the trumpet in Zion.
This is what we do in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We're blowing the trumpet in Zion. How do we blow our trumpet today? Go ahead, sis. Give her a hand. Give her a hand. When we get out there on the street corners and we get in these classes, we out here blowing our trumpet and we're letting Israel know that it's our time to come together. You understand? And so, go ahead. Go ahead.
Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
And that's what we just letting you know. You know, that's what we letting you know in these classes. That's what we let you know in these high holy days. That's what we letting you know when we out there camp that the Lord is coming. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to get you out of this hell. He's gonna pull you out of this. You're not gonna have to worry about another devil. Like slavery is gonna be great. You understand? I know some people cringe when they hear that, but it's gonna happen. You're gonna have slaves, and it's because they deserve that. You understand? Yeah,
A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds, a day of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountain, a great people and strong. There have not been ever like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
You understand? Yeah.
A fire devoured before them, and behind them, a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them.
Good on that. So basically, what we're just showing you in the scriptures is where we have used the trumpet back in ancient times, and letting you know that today the trumpet is also when we speak out on the streets and we letting our brothers and sisters know the truth according to the Bible. One thing you're going to hear a lot of us talking about is the things that are going to come out of the situation dealing with Charlie Kirk, because this is a big matter in all of our enemies' world right now. You know what I'm saying? And so we got to be more aware of our surroundings and what's going on, because now Esau is going to kick up more, and then World War III is right, like it's right at hand. Like you see that they're doing all kinds of things right now. Out down there in Venezuela, and you got the wars over there in the east, with Russia and Ukraine, and all that stuff. Pay attention to those things, man. Make sure y'all coming in and watching class and getting an understanding, so we can be on one level when it comes down to how we're going to fight the situation that we're dealing with right now in this world. But with that being said, I'm gonna class right here. With that being said, we're gonna close out the class. Somebody?
Close out the class. Salute the brothers.
All right. One courtesy salute to the brothers. Hamadium Shabbat. Madium Barak. All right. Sar, turn to the sisters. Hamadium Shabbat. Madium Barak. Y'all give me time, dismiss.